So you have made that decision. Now, the next step is you have to be dedicated. Diba? So you made that decision, you're firm, solid ka na, you have that course of action, you write it down, you have a calendar. This is what's going to happen January, February, March. That's very nice. But every day will be a battle because every day will determine what will happen the following day, the following month, and the rest of the year. So dedication, I added, I don't know, consistency there. Mamaya we'll talk about consistency. Is the state of being committed to a particular task, purpose, or goal with passion, loyalty, and wholehearted enthusiasm. So in other words, you are motivated, you are driven to accomplish that. No matter what happens, you are going to pursue that. So it involves a strong sense of purpose and willingness to invest time, effort, and resources to achieve a desired outcome over the long term. Dedicated individuals often exhibit perseverance, focus, and a sense of responsibility. So I'm just going to share this very nice quote from Aristotle. Sabi dyan, excellence is never an accident. Never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Ulitin natin, that's really nice. I just like to repeat it para to give emphasis. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Ayan. So you're given the ability to choose. You have the faculty to choose. So parang ngayong araw na to, di ba? As you're going to progress during the day, you have the choice magpupuyat ka ba? Unless of course, ikaw ay nagtatrabaho tapos baliktad yung oras mo, talaga magpupuyat kaya because that is your work, di ba? Magpupuyat ka ba productively o magpupuyat ka unproductively? Are you going to use your time appropriately or are you going to waste your time away? So I was having a discussion with one of the people I coach. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, you know, you have a lot of time. Always. Every day you have a lot of time. You are not short of time. We have 24 hours. Every one of us have 24 hours a day. So wala naman sa atin may 25, 27 hours, di ba? Everyone is given 24 hours in a day. I'm going to suggest these things to you. So, number one is turn off your phone. Pag uwi mo sa bahay, turn off your phone. If that is the number one source of distraction, turn off your phone. So, ano ginawa niya? Turn off na yung phone niya. So, nakita niya na yung sarili niya. Mas interactive siya sa mga kasama niya sa bahay. Mas marami siya nagagawa in terms of being able to help out. Mas okay siya right na kasi naipag-uusap siya sa mga tao sa bahay at na-realize niya, oo nga, hindi ako nagiging tamad kasi I'm fueling my laziness by, involving myself too much with social media. Kasi yan ang ngayon, one of 3 killers right now ng kinabukasan ng napakaraming tao. Yung social media, binge watching is number 2 and number 3 is wasting time sa paglalaro or gaming. So those are 3 time leaks ng mga individuals right now. So na-realize niya, there's actually a lot of things that I can do. So of course, syempre, nasanay ka, you are spending so much time on social media, so kailangan mo ng adjustment. But at the end of it all, naging mas maayos ang kanyang araw dahil na-opt niya, made the decision and dedicated yung kanyang pursuit of using yung kanyang oras in a productive manner. So that's very important. Remember, if you are doing social media, there are several hardware that you might be using. It might be a laptop, it may be a cell phone, or it may be a tablet, diba? At itong mga devices na to, lalo na kapag binuksan mo yan sa gabi, ang ginagawa niyan, ginigising ka, hindi ka niya nire-relax. Okay? So, nangyayari tuloy sa'yo, gising yung diwa mo. Pinag-aralan ng napakaraming behavioral scientists, paano nga ba nila ma-hook ang tao into wasting time going through these mediums or platforms. So, kailangan mag-enjoy, ma-please yung taong yun enough para mag-release ng dopamine sa utak ng taong yun para lalo siyang mag-isip. Kaya maraming mga taong puyat kasi ginigising nila yung sarili nila by involving themselves with these activities. So, nagkakaroon ka ng dopamine kick. So, ibig sabihin, nagiging happy ka by basis of your mind releasing that particular chemical sa utak mo. So, you continue on doing it until such time na mismo, dahil ang katawan ng tao, dinisign niya ng Diyos para protektahan niya yung may-ari ng katawan sa sarili niya. So, ang gagawin ngayon ng katawan ng tao, kapag sobrang pagod na yan, kailangan talaga mag-shutdown na siya. Papatulugin ka na ng katawan mo kahit nag-social media ka pa. Kaso nga lang, late na ng madaling araw. Tapos kagising ka ng maaga, so ang pangit na ng araw mo instead na maging maayos ka. So, those are the things that are very, very important and never to forget. Cool. Tuloy natin. So, let's talk about consistency naman. So, you made a decisive decision, so you are dedicated to do that, and now you integrate sa dedication mo yung consistency. So, consistency is being reliable, uniform, and steadfast in behavior, performance, or adherence to principles. Consistent individuals or actions demonstrate a regular and dependable pattern over time. Okay? So, without significant fluctuations or deviations, reliability, predictability, and the ability to maintain standards or habits persistently. So, anong nangyayari ngayon sa'yo? Dinaanan mo, let's say, ang isang zigzag. If you are a driver, most likely you can relate to this more than those who are not experienced in driving. So, you go through a zigzag, let's say, a mountainous zigzag. First trip, it's going to be slower. You're going to be more super cautious because hindi mo alam yung mga liko-liko niya. But as you go back to that difficult zigzag in a mountainous region, you become efficient kasi you're familiar with the territory. Ganun din when you are consistent. So what happens is you build that discipline enough na maging familiar ka doon sa mga certain circumstances. Now, ang tao kasi ang hilig niyang umiwas sa mga bagay na mahihirap, and that's absolutely incorrect. Kasi yung mga bagay na mahihirap will elevate your life. So that pag pumasok ka doon sa mga mahihirap na bagay, you become familiar, and then you are able to train yourself how to react going through difficult situations. Siyempre, yung mga difficult situations, ideally, hindi tayo yung nag-create nun. It so happen na we have to go through that difficulty so that we can actually elevate our life. So, kung ikaw ay nag-aaral, you have to go through examinations ng buhay. And when you go through examinations sa eskwelahan, that will determine not only if you're going to pass or fail, but it's going to also determine your grades. Diba? Para makita mo ngayon, mag-gauge mo kung itong effort mo was able to produce the desired outcome ng perspective mo. So, kung ikaw ay may elevation of thought na you want to become cum laude, kung ikaw ay nasa college or university level, then you are going to aim for that 1.75 grade kung ang highest grade is 1. Kasi may kakaiba kasi yung mga ibang grading system ng ibang colleges or university. So, you will exert that effort in order for you to achieve that grade. So, when you become familiar with the difficulty of studying, the succeeding semesters becomes easier because you're used to it. In the beginning, it's going to be difficult. Yes, because you are not familiar, because you're not yet consistently, having those types of behaviors. So ngayon, nagkakaroon ka ng ability to navigate through life's difficulties. Kaya ngayon, mas emotionally resilient ka kapag meron pang dumating na difficulty sa buhay mo. Again, I'm talking about difficulties not made by yourself, not made by myself. It is part of the circumstances ng buhay mo para lalo kang maging maganda. So kung meron exam, merong test, may mga projects, 'di ba? Meron kang effort, resources na dapat mong i-spend sa pag-aaral, lalong-lalo na sa buhay. Kaya nga yung mga kadalasan yung mga lumaki sa hirap, lumaki na kailangan nilang higpit ng sinturon, magsunog ng kilay. Ito yung mga tao na kapag nagtrabaho, mas malupit sa trabaho kasi sanay sila sa hirap. Sanay sila sa challenges. At kahit anong difficulty ang nasa harapan nila, yung prinsipyo on overcoming difficulties, challenges, trials, testings, it's always the same. If you make a decision, you dedicate yourself into achieving, or overcoming that challenge or difficulty through consistency because you have that direction. Pag-uusapan natin yung direction later on. So, yung iwasan yung hirap. Okay? At magkaroon kayo ng mga tao who can actually help you navigate through difficulty. So, normally what happens when a person is not prepared for death in the family, especially yung close sa kanya, talagang nakikita ko yung pagkawindang ng tao. Ang tagal nilang makarecover. Yung mga individuals na yung mga biglang nagulat kasi pag nag-transition kayo from studies to work, lalong-lalo na kapag demanding yung workplace ninyo, iba kasi yung doon, iba yung transition. Mabigat kasi yung trabaho, especially if you're going to work in a multinational organization, multi-ethnicity organization na very progressive yung kanilang methodologies. So, ibang-iba kasi nag-aaral ka, ibang-iba yung nag-work ka na. At kung hindi ka sanay, mag-handle, let's say, ng intriga, mag-handle ng power and politics sa isang environment, then you will have a hard time adjusting sa buhay mo, especially when you don't have any guide. Kaya nga, when you go through a treacherous na mountainous zigzag path, it's always nice to have a guide, or it's always nice to be the passenger and you let somebody else drive para mas efficient, mas mabilis at mas safe yung navigation you're going through that. Kasi yung taong nagdadrive, na we are supposing, of course, or assuming na familiar na siya ron sa terrain. Kaya ganun, it's very important na you are training yourself to be that type of individual. Yakapin nyo yung paghihirap, huwag kayong umiwas. Kasi nang ginagawa ngayon ng mundo sa karamihan sa atin, the world is making us as dull as we can be possible. Okay? Tuloy natin. Ayan. So this is very, very important. Sabi dyan, Vincent van Gogh, this is very powerful. The great things are not done by impulse. Yes, the great things are not done by impulse, but by series of small things brought together. And great things are not something accidental, but must certainly be willed. So those are very, very important aspects ng buhay mo. Kasi ito yung magdadala sa'yo ng pagbabago because you already have that consistency and dedication to go through